First of all, I'm going to skip right ahead to the Eclipse because we talked so much about how to get us prepared for it. And folks are like, what about our four-legged family members? What about our pets? So Dr. Eric is here with a couple of special guests to get us all through that, to make sure everybody is ready and safe. And we'll talk all about how to do that coming up. And as for today, and you and Makia were just showing it, it's been the talk of the town for weeks. The solar eclipse day is finally here. And we've talked so much about how to protect our site, but what about for our four-legged friends? Well, here to help us out, Chief Veterinarian and owner of Nova Mobile Vet, Dr. Eric Cryan. And you brought some help with you today. Who'd you bring?
I always need help, both at home, my wife would say, and at work, but I brought my beautiful daughter, Chiara, to help me out with Loki here, our dog.
Fantastic, Chiara. Welcome. And Loki, it's good to see you as always. I want to start with the basics when it comes to, we worry about our dogs, our cats, even in some cases, although the cats will probably be inside looking out the window. The eclipse, the sun, we protect our own eyes. Do we have to worry about the pets?
Well, technically speaking, mammal eyes are very similar and they could be damaged. The average dog or cat is naturally going to avoid looking at the sun. It's going to be painful, so they're not going to stare at it. So, unless someone's, holding up a treat or something, or there's a, squirrel up there, they're generally not going to do it. So we don't have to worry about them causing eye damage as long as someone's not a jerk and making them look. We don't recommend the goggles for them because, well, he's generally be nervous from it, but yeah, it stresses them out and they don't like it.
He's had enough treats. He's good right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, the bottom line is that they're showing their superiority to us because as humans, they tell us don't look at the sun, and what are we going to do? We're going to look at the sun. Yeah. They'll just instinctively not look, right?
Exactly. If they look, it's painful to our eyes, just like if we stare at the sun, so we stare away. So we stare away. We generally worry about them more for the events that are gathering. Anytime there's a change in your routine, dog's going to be stressed and things are happening. So generally we'll recommend if you're going to a viewing, party or outside or in a, campground, or you happen to be traveling out to Winchester or something today, we would recommend generally, unless your dog's very well socialized, keep them at home, don't disturb their routine, let them do their normal thing. Certainly when the sun goes down, you can see, it goes down. When it gets blocked by the moon, you can see changes in animals' behavior. People report sometimes they'll start their night routine, sometimes, birds and, toads and frogs will start chirping and stuff. So it definitely, affects them. They're aware of the change in the light and everything, but as long as they're not forced to stare at it, they're not going to damage themselves.
Yeah, and we've heard, and I want to get back to that in just a second, when it comes to the animal behavior that we've seen based on past eclipses. For these guys, the domesticated animals, is it more just, it's not so much, I guess, the changes due to the sun itself, but maybe just because what we're doing today, like you said, maybe we're going to be in an environment where we have now tons of people around where the dog's only used to maybe a handful of people.
Exactly. So we worry about more the change in an event, going to someplace new, a dog going out to a big viewing party and getting lost, either microchip, getting stressed, getting on the road. So the more of the common things that we'd worry about, in social events and necessarily the eclipse itself. So no need to put on doggy glasses, best to leave at home and have their new routine so they're not stressed out and you can avoid looking at the eclipse yourself.
Keep the stress level low, and yeah, don't put the glasses on the dog for Instagram because it might just freak out the dog. We don't need that. It is interesting when it comes to the rest of the animal kingdom, or some parts of the animal kingdom, because we have heard that, right? It gets colder, it gets dark for a short amount of time. You wouldn't think that would throw off the whole routine, but for some animals it has.
Yeah, they'll start their night routine. They can have changes in behavior. NASA's actually kind of studying it, and so if you record and you're outside, they'll want to listen to the different changes and the sound of the animal's environment. Likewise, there's a solar eclipse safari where if you're taking videos of domesticated animals, farms, wild animals, your pets, they want to see, hey, how are these things affecting the behavior? Because it's absolutely right, in past eclipses, people will notice a change.
So, so this is something that's studied from time to time. You don't get a lot of opportunities to study it, but when you do have this, hopefully you can learn more behavioral, I guess, things from animals.
Yep, that's the thought for those two projects.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. All right, so bottom line is, your domesticated pet should be smart enough to not look at the sun. You shouldn't have to worry about it there. There's the information for Dr. Cryan if you want to find out more about his services. And since your daughter is here, I know it's a proud papa moment because you have a big event coming up too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Chiara, you want to talk about it?
So I am in the children's chorus, the female children's chorus in Turandot, which is through the Washington National Opera, and we're going to be performing at the Kennedy Center.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, performances coming up soon?
Yep. There's
May.
seven performances. Some are already sold out, and so I'm a proud papa who's going to try to go as many performances as I can. I can't wait to see her on stage.
Absolutely, got to give that support. Well, we appreciate your support as always. It's good to see you once again. Good luck in the show at the Kennedy Center.
Thank you.
Yeah, wish you the best there. And Loki, you enjoy the eclipse today, and no glasses for you. You'll be in good shape.
Yep.